Hi everyone, welcome to Writer's Corner. I'm Radrani and I'm from Tales of Creative Writers. And once again, I'll be reading another chapter from this book. Lessons from the Ramayana by Sri Chawal Sachinamurthy. And in today's video, I'll be reading lesson 14 and I hope you like it. So here we go. Lesson 14. Do not be proud. Pride, however disguised in its own majesty, is littleness. By Wordsworth. To the wicked, power, fortune and position are rendered poisonous by pride. But sometimes even the good and noble fall a prey to pride. If the wicked fall because of pride, it may not be a matter of concern for us. We say it is a deserved fall. But when a good and decent man becomes vulnerable to pride, we feel concerned about it and listen with interest to the story of his fall and reclamation. For it is always a rule that a wicked man's pride is punished and a good man's pride is corrected. During the great war between Rama and Ravana, Indrajit, the son of Ravana, binds Rama and Lakshmana with Nagapasa, arrows comprising of snakes. Rama and Lakshmana lie on the battlefield in a helpless state, and it appears as though they may succumb to the poison of the snakes. Narada observes this and asks Garuda to rush to the earth and relieve the princes. Garuda is at the spot in no time. With his advent, the snakes flee from the spot. The princes regain their usual powers and are ready to resume the fight to the delight of all the Vanara heroes. Rama and Lakshmana express their gratitude to Garuda in glowing terms, and Garuda takes leave of them in all reverence. Garuda meditates on this incident. As he does so, his self-importance grows. That leaves a crevice for pride to possess him. Now Garuda thinks high of himself and feels that none is equal to him. Garuda is big with jnana, knowledge of Brahma. As he gives in to pride, the jnana that Lord Rama is no other than Lord Vishnu slips away. When pride is in, jnana is out. So he falls in his stature. He becomes little in reality when he appears to himself big in the magnifying glass, pride. He begins to question himself thus: is Rama really God? If he is really God, why is he bound by snakes released by a puny Rakshasa? Then why should Rama seek my help? Am I really greater than he? Is it not a fact he is God incarnate? Garuda is a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. He has now fallen into error because pride has robbed him of his reason. With the loss of reason, he feels disquietude. He is ill at ease. He approaches Brahma and asks him to dispel his doubt. Had he been a Rakshasa, his pride would have made him aspire for the throne of God. Because he is good and noble, his pride has thrown him into morbidity. Brahma directs him to Lord Shiva. Garuda approaches Lord Shiva and says to him thus: My Lord merciful, you ever chant the holy name Rama. Rama must be the god of gods, Lord Vishnu. But his behavior on the battlefield baffles my wits. When he lay helpless, bound by Nagapasa of Indrajit, I had to go to his rescue. He expressed gratitude to me. This makes me feel proud of my powers and overshadows me with a doubt. That doubt is, Rama may not be God. Please help me by lifting me from my gloom. Brahma told me to approach you for relief. Lord Shiva says thus in reply: My dear Garuda, you are not the only one that has fallen in illusion. Many a great person has fallen prey to the Lord's Maya, illusion. Your doubt is deep-rooted. The only person that can cure you of your doubt is the sage Kakabhushandi. He is a great sage in the form of a crow. He is immortal. He wants to remain in the body of a crow, as in that body he has acquired taste in the Ramayana. He always recites the Ramayana to a gathering of devotees. He is devoted to Lord Rama, and he has dwelled deep into the depths of Rama Tattva, inner meaning. You had better approach him. Tell him that I have directed you to him. Garuda salutes Shiva and departs. He soon reaches the ashrama of Kakabhushandi. Kakabhushandi welcomes the Lord of Birds and gives him an honoured seat. He is just going to begin the recital of Rama's virtues and actions to a large gathering of devotees. He is glad that Garuda has come there at the opportune moment. His presence will be a source of inspiration to the rest of the devotees. The whole gathering rise up as one man and most humbly salute Garuda. They all stand in awe of the great distinguished visitor Garuda. After the flutter of welcome and exchange of courtesies are over, Garuda says to the sage Kakabhushandi thus, "Holy Sir, I am very fortunate to be in your company today. Lord Shiva has directed me to go to you and seek enlightenment from your honoured self. I have become a victim to the Lord's Maya. The all-powerful and the all-merciful Lord makes a sport of arrogant fools like me in order to secure for them the benefits of satsanga, the company of great devotees like you. The feeling that I brought relief to Rama and Lakshmana, who badly needed it, when they were bound by the Nagapasha of Indra, has clouded my vision to the reality. My pride has thrown me into the depths of ignorance. The only way out is to refresh myself in the flow of your nectarian wisdom, as you narrate the story of Rama." Kakabhushandi is touched by the respect that Garuda has shown him. He recalls to his mind the graceful figure of Rama, mentally salutes him with utmost devotion and begins thus. "O Lord of Birds, you are the Vahana, vehicle of Lord Vishnu. You ever enjoy close proximity with him. Hence, for you, infatuation, pride are out of the question. Your so-called need for enlightenment is only an excuse to honour me with your presence. It is all Rama's plan to bless me with the company of the greatest devotee. Yet, I tell you, it is no wonder if a person, however great he may be, is deluded by Lord's Maya. You may be surprised to know even the great sage Narada once fell a prey to pride, and the all-merciful Lord cured him of it." Here, Garuda expresses excitement and wonder and requests Kakabhushandi to elaborate on it. Kakabhushandi says, "My lord, listen to it. Once Narada stood on the bank of the Mandakini. The calm and pure surroundings made him stand still and meditate. As he meditated, he passed into a trance. He was enjoying the bliss of merger with the all-pervading Brahman. Some years passed while he was in that state. Indra feared the consequences of his tapas. He wanted to disturb the serenity of the sage. So he sent to him Manmatha and a few heavenly damsels headed by Rampa. The damsels sang and danced. Manmatha let fly his shafts of love. Narada remained undisturbed. He won victory. Manmatha and the damsels were afraid of a curse, so they appealed to Narada's mercy. Narada, in his large-heartedness, pardoned them and sent them away with a reprimand. Narada meditated on the incident for a while. The words of the damsels and Manmatha in praise of his victory over sensuality and heavenly temptations sounded sweet in his ears. The more he thought of it, the more did he become vulnerable to pride. The pride that he conquered, lust somehow entered his heart. He went to Lord Shiva and told him what had happened. Lord Shiva observed there was a touch of pride in the tone of the sage Narada. So he said to him thus, "My dear Narada, it is a well-known fact that you are above temptations. It is not good if you yourself speak of your greatness as a sage. If by chance you happen to meet Lord Vishnu, please do not boast of your victory over sensuality." Narada accepted the advice of Lord Shiva, saluted him and went away. In his usual rounds, Narada went to Lord Vishnu singing his glory. Lord Vishnu received Narada with love and began to praise him thus: "My dear Narada, I am pleased with your visit. I like great sages like you who are above the lure of even heavenly pleasures. No desires affect you, as you are always in rapport with the all-pervading Brahman." These words of Lord Vishnu made Narada boast of his recent victory over Manmada and the heavenly damsels. He did so despite the warning of Lord Shiva. His pride made him flout the advice of Shiva. Lord Vishnu thought that the sage should be cured of his pride. Lord Vishnu would not allow pride to grow in the heart of his devotees. So he set his Maya on the noble sage Narada. Narada, in his usual wanderings, happened to come to the earth quite invisible to the people. There, suddenly, he saw a beautiful city. There was a big palace in that city. There was a beautiful garden attached to the palace. In the palace gardens, he saw a princess. She was extremely charming. Her beauty would put to shame even the heavenly damsels noted for their charms. Her appearance stirred in Narada feelings of passion and desire to which he had long been a stranger. The spell cast on him by her made passion run riot in him. Without his knowing it, he made up his mind to take her for wife. So he disguised himself as a prince radiating beauty and valor. He approached the princess and said, "O beautiful damsel, I understand that you are to choose your life partner today. The city is well decorated to welcome the princes that have come to seek your hand. I have also come as a suitor to be present before you on this day of Swayamvara, choice of a husband by a princess. I think that I am a suitable match for you. None of the princes present here can vie with me in scholarship, the art of singing, and in powers of movement. Can't you see for yourself how attractive I am?" The princess, Vishvamohini, gently suppressed a smile and said, "Honored prince, I am sorry. I cannot accept you. I have already given my heart to someone else. As you appear to be innocent and plain, I shall open my heart to you. I love the celestial sage Narada. He has conquered lust. That is why I feel drawn to him. Even Lord Vishnu praised in glowing terms his victory over voluptuousness. Narada was not moved even when struck by the shafts of Manmadha. Even the famous temptress of Indra's court was not able to disturb his serenity. He has conquered anger too. That is why he did not curse the god of love and the heavenly damsel who tried to rouse passion in him. Such a great sage Narada is to marry me, now overcome by lust. My charms are sure to cast a spell on him. In his wanderings, he is sure to see me and my beauty. Having seen me, he cannot resist his temptation to beg me to be his. I am eagerly looking forward to the sage Narada. The moment he comes, I put this garland on his neck and keep him in wedlock." The sage Narada, in the guise of a prince, was taken aback by her words. Some hazy thoughts arose in his mind thus: "What a wonder! This heavenly princess could know what happened in the high heavens between my lord and myself. Such sarcasm, such sneer, such wit, such truth, none but my lord is capable of. As these thoughts passed in his mind, a miracle happened. The palace garden, the royal buildings, highways, all disappeared. The princess was alone. But she too was transforming herself. His vision blurred. His thoughts ran to his Lord Vishnu. At once it became clear. The princess before him was no other than his Lord Vishnu. He prostrated himself before Lord Vishnu. He, in an ecstasy of joy, eulogized his Lord thus: O all-merciful Lord, how merciful you are! You save your devotees from a fatal fall. You are ever on the lookout to reclaim to virtue the erring ones. An unguarded moment comes only to those who set at naught good company. I did not set much store by Lord Shiva's advice. As a consequence, I fell into the sin of pride. Your Maya ensnared me. None is so wise as to escape being duped by your Maya. Only a devotee who enjoys your grace can be saved from your Maya. I regret my boast to you. I pray to you to pardon me. I again and again prostrate myself before you. Lord Vishnu, with a charming smile, said to Narada, My dear Narada, you need not fear my Maya any more. It is my wont to cure my devotee of any pride. You are the wiser and the mellower for this trial. Those who read or hear this episode will also be safe from my Maya. With these words, Lord Vishnu disappeared from Narada's view. Narada, now chastened and softened, went to Lord Shiva and begged him to pardon him for not heeding his advice. Here, Garuda wipes his eyes and with a thrill visible on his frame says to Kakabhushandi, Holy Sir, I now understand why Lord Shiva has sent me to you. It is only the company of saints that provides protection against the Lord's Maya. I am now free from all doubts. Lord Rama is God incarnate. I wish to hear the story from your lips. Please oblige. Kakabhushandi tells Garuda the whole story of Rama without omitting even a single small detail. But as his aim is to clear Garuda's doubts and lift his gloom, he stresses the following. O Lord of the birds, Rama plays the part of an ideal human being. Ravana is immune to death at the hands of God and other superhuman beings. That is a boon he has. But he is not immune to death at the hands of human beings. That is why God descends on earth in the form of Rama. Having taken human birth, he tries to conceal his divinity as far as possible. In the forest, when Sita is separated from him, he feels sad like an ordinary man tied by bonds of love to his wife. Then Sati, the wife of Lord Shiva, wonders and falls into a doubt. In order to test Sri Rama's divinity, she appears before him in the guise of Sita. Rama simply smiles at her and asks her to convey his regards to Lord Shankara. Sati feels embarrassed. She, overcome by the Lord's Maya, is afraid to tell Lord Shiva what she has done. Lord Shiva, by his powers of intuition, understands that Sati has assumed the guise of Sita. So he makes a vow not to regard Sati as his wife as long as she continues to live in that body. During Daksha Yajna, Sati burns herself to ashes. Sati is reborn as Parvati and marries Lord Shiva. Shiva then tells her the story of Rama. Parvati understands the divinity of Rama and ever chants the name of Rama. Parvati has thus become all the better for her error. God thus corrects the pride or error of his devotees and makes them ornaments of devotion. During the process of correction, they may be suffering. Such suffering may be like great hunger, hunger before a delicious dinner which enables one to enjoy it better. To your honoured self, the sport of Rama with the Nagapasha of Indrajit has caused disharmony. Rama's desire is to invest the battle with a glory of its own. If he so chooses, he can destroy the Rakshasas with his mere sankalpa, mere will. If he does so, the Rakshasas who have done great tapas to acquire superhuman powers of war will be denied the thrill of fight. In order to reward their tapas and to honour the gods that have conferred boons on them, Lord Sri Rama is sportive enough to allow the Rakshasas occasional thrills of glory in a fight, especially before a final fall. It is no wonder if you are led to think that you have rescued Lord Rama from the bondage of snakes. Perhaps Rama wills it. Your affliction of a doubt is only the dark disguise of a celestial benediction. It gives me the joy of reciting the story of Rama to you. You have the joy of teaching the world the greatest lesson that virtue cannot stand by itself without the support of devotion. I wish to tell you how I was once duped by the Lord's Maya and how I was saved by the merciful Lord himself. It was my habit to fly near the palace gardens in Ayodhya and watch the child Rama at play. The child Rama was lovely beyond words. I would regale my eyes on his beauty. With my body thrilling and my eyes streaming, I used to lose myself in looking at the child Rama. One day I went very near the child, eager to touch the child's feet. At once the child screamed as if in fright and ran to his mother's protection. I observed this in great wonder. My foolish mind questioned me, how God could have fear. My Lord's Maya clouded my reasoning. It did not strike me, in answer to my mind's question, that God could have no fear. He could pretend fear. So this doubt lodged in my mind and made me ill at ease. The next day, I again went to the child. The palm of the child continued to pursue me. Wherever I went, the Lord's hand was after me, and it appeared as if I would be caught in a matter of moments. I just stopped flying and stood still, fixing my mind on the image of the child Rama as I cherished it in my heart. I prostrated myself before the divine palm, saying the words, "Save me, my Lord, save me." I completely surrender myself to you. You are all-powerful, all-pervading, and all-merciful. Without my knowing it, I found myself in the palace gardens of Ayodhya before the child Rama, who sweetly smiled at me. His charming smile freed me from the grip of his Maya, and the reality of the child was revealed to me in a striking way. After the narration, the sage Kakabhushandi leads Garuda to the temple attached to his ashrama. There, Garuda finds a golden idol of Sri Rama with his wife Sita and brother Lakshmana on either side. There is also the idol of Hanuman at the feet of Rama in a worshipping posture. Every day, the sage Kakabhushandi worships these idols with flowers and offers fruits. In the presence of Garuda, Kakabhushandi performs the usual worship and gives prasadam, edibles sanctified after offering to Lord, to Garuda. Garuda takes it in all devotion. With his eyes wet and frame thrilling, he recalls to his mind the image of Lord Rama. Behold a miracle. The idols in front of him appear to smile, and he is blessed with a vision, a glorious vision of Rama, Sita, Lakshmana, and Hanuman. Garuda, with a heart overflowing with joy, prostrates himself with the words, "Be merciful, my Lord. I surrender myself to you. I deem myself fortunate in that I have your darshan, appearance." With the darshan of Rama, Garuda is like one completely transformed and born again. He relives the moment of darshan and he is floated in the flood of joy. His strength, his skill, his speed and his wisdom are electrified by divine grace, and he shines in a new light. He in all reverence takes leave of Kakabhushandi, who blesses him and bids farewell in all tenderness and affection. Even those who do not believe in the existence of God believe in the necessity of virtues and qualities like truthfulness, wisdom, skill, sympathy, mercy, knowledge, and helping nature for the orderliness and smooth and happy life in society. But virtue cannot exist by itself. It requires a prop. That prop is devotion to God. We cannot think of any virtue without that prop. Take, for example, strength, knowledge, and skill, unsupported by devotion to God. Pride afflicts these virtues in the absence of devotion to God. Strength, knowledge, and skill afflicted with pride make one a monster, a tyrant, or a tormentor. A man who is devoted to God will be humble. Pride does not enter his mind. If he does anything good, he does not take credit for it. He feels that he is an instrument in the hands of God. He feels glad that God has used him as an instrument to do good to humanity. He will not look down upon those who are poor and ignorant. He will not hate anybody. He knows that every man is a ray of God. In every man there is a spark of divinity. The only thing is, association of the good and the pious is needed to fan that spark into a flame. The value of satsang, good company, is it instills devotion in a man and makes him useful to society. The existence of a man who does not believe in the existence of God is a hypothesis. He who believes as well as he who denies has in his mind a form and shape of God. When age, disease, or sorrow strike him, he will be inclined to think of God. In prosperity and in success, a person is apt to feel elated and pride himself on his abilities and skills. Prosperity and riches may prove to be evanescent. What contributes to steady joy and unwavering victory is detached endeavour to do disinterested service to humanity, while reposing faith in God. Then prosperity does not pamper his ego and adversity does not dampen his spirits. He can lead a full, happy, contented life. We conclude this lesson quoting the following words of Pope. Save me alike from foolish pride or impious discontent. That was the end of lesson 14. Thank you for watching. Please click like, share and subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video when I'll be reading lesson 15. Thank you. Bye.